I'm very caring person. Like, I don't have much hate. Really? Really? You can't even say anything different. I'm Kaden.
And Kadrina.
And this is Teen Talk. My name's Kaden.
How old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
What do you do for fun?
I play soccer, hang out with my friends. Yeah.
What's your name?
Kadrina.
Kadrina?
Kadrina.
Okay. And how old are you?
13.
And what do you do for fun?
Whatever I feel like in the moment, I guess.
That's a typical 13-year-old answer, I bet.
Yeah.
So we had talked about you guys starting this podcast. What made you actually want to go ahead with it? Like, are you hoping to reach more people? Or, like, are you hoping to help people? Are you hoping to express yourselves?
I'm hoping that we can get, like, out there to certain people who, like, maybe are struggling with, like, specific things and, like, need to talk about it but, like, don't know how, or, like, need an answer to something but don't know who to ask.
Good answer.
Yeah, I agree with her, and it's just like, yeah, pretty much what she said. Something more to, like, expand on that.
Okay. So before we get into some of these questions, what's your relationship as sisters? Like, are you guys like to tear each other's head off, or are you sisters? Like,
We have our days.
Yeah, we really do.
But I do think that for the most part we're like friendly siblings and we get along.
just adjusting your mic here.
Yeah, with, like, when we were younger, she used to hate my guts, like, badly. And then I think it was because we just, like, shared a room, so we were always with each other. So once we didn't share a room anymore, we became closer and actually talked and didn't hate each other anymore.
So do you guys struggle with the typical like sibling shit, like stealing each other's stuff, wearing each other's clothes?
Yeah.
And how do you solve that? You just beat the hell out of each other and call it a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What's your guys? What's it like at home for you guys? Are you guys genuinely happy? Like, are there more to life you want? You understand the question?
Yeah. There in the house there's good days and there's bad days, but for the most part I think they're good days. I mean, we could obviously have a lot more in life, but for what we have, I am set with that.
Yeah, like it's not even a bad, like, we don't have bad days very often. And when we do, it's like not for very long, I guess. And it's just like nothing more that I want, but like there's things that we could need, I guess.
Okay. Now, I obviously know you guys. You guys were my nieces by marriage. Let's explain to your viewers what your family looks like as a whole. Like, starting mom, stepdad, dad, brothers, sisters. Like,
There's a lot of people in our house. Like,
We have our mom.
how many people in the house? Like,
12.
12 people in the house. So it can get pretty hectic, but I think everyone all gets along for the most part, and everyone, like, no one steps over too much, if that makes sense.
that makes sense.
Yeah, we have our mom and our stepdad that live in the house, and then 10 kids. And they had 2 of those kids with themselves in the was it 5 years that they've been married? Yeah.
So when you say kids, what's the age range starting oldest to youngest?
Oldest is
18.
18, youngest is 2.
You guys are like in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of challenges does that strike up on day to day?
It's
Having like 12 people in the house.
it's very chaotic and like a lot of people, so like a lot of people in a small space kind of thing, you know?
It can be hard to get things that you want or hard to like go places that you need to go, etc., like all of that stuff when there's so many kids in the house and like majority of them need to be like watched.
That makes sense. But you guys all make it work. You kind of
Mhm.
late.
Yeah.
So what do you do in your free time? School, work?
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
Grade 9.
So you just started high school.
Yeah.
You're in
8.
grade 8, so you're just leaving elementary school. You excited for high school?
I'm excited to leave elementary.
What are you worried about going into high school?
Maybe the people, there's a lot more people in high school than there is elementary, and it's a lot bigger range than it is in elementary school.
What were you worried about going into high school because you just left it?
Like knowing people and actually like getting along with people there, because there's a lot of people there that have like problems with other people, and then it gets brought into like everyone scenarios. And the classes, I was worried about starting the classes because they're a lot harder than like the elementary school classes, so I was just worried about how I would do in those.
Okay. So, you said you're excited to leave elementary school.
Yeah.
Why? Do you feel more grown up than you should be?
I feel like maybe I developed quicker than some people in my like age group. Like when I compare myself to like me to like another person in my grade, there's like a big difference with everyone. Well, with me and whoever it is I'm comparing myself to. And I think maybe I matured like a little bit quicker than a lot of people. And I think that has to do with having a lot of kids in the house because the majority of them are older. So you kind of learn from your older siblings about like how to act, how to be proper, how to like everything like that, just to like be a good person and just be like act your age and be more mature than you should be. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you miss elementary school?
No, not at all. I didn't like elementary school very much.
Why?
It's just like most of the grades, they treat you like you're like a lot younger than you actually are, and it just bothers me that way, so I didn't like being there.
So for this episode, kind of doing it podcast style where I'm going to interview you guys for your first one because you're both extremely shy and have never done on camera stuff before. So we have some questions that we're going to ask you so our viewers can get to know each of you. I'll ask each of you one at a time and just answer them as much detail as you can.
Okay.
As if there's someone on the other side of the camera that could use the advice. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, question 1 for Kadrina is, what do people misunderstand about you?
I think my mistakes, like my behavior, like all of that type of thing, because like if I do, this definitely goes towards like when I was in school, a lot of things that I would do, it could be like a one-time thing and then it would get carried with me So I feel like no matter what I do, the like smallest things get taken with me.
Okay.
But like if like I could change to be like a better person, that stuff still gets carried along with me, and that's how people see me.
That makes sense. And Katie, same question. What do people misunderstand about you?
For most of my life, I grew up as being known as the golden child to my siblings, and they thought that because I got things from like my parents or my grandparents, and then they didn't. And so I feel that I'm really not. I just I ask for things, and people tend to give me them because they like trust me or something. Like when I want something that normally I shouldn't have or something like that, they like trust me with having it. And then, but with my siblings, they wouldn't get it, and that happening, they think that I was a golden child.
So basically, what you're saying is that you do certain things that other siblings might not see. When you ask for things, you get what you want,
Hmm.
whereas they might not because they don't do the same things, and it comes off like you're the get what you want golden child.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
That makes sense. Katrina, what is your biggest failure in life? What did you learn from it?
I don't really think that there's any like super big ones that really, or anything that really comes to mind.
Nothing, nothing at all. I mean, that's a good thing, and you are still young, so you will fail eventually. But, Kaden, what is your biggest failure in life, and what did you learn from it?
I'd say my biggest failure is driving into a ditch with my grandma's car. And so she used to let us drive on her back road. She lives on a back road, and we would drive her car. And so we were going to turn into her driveway, but I was pressing the gas instead of the brakes to turn in. So when I was turning in, I was still going like fast and not slowing down. So when I turned right into the ditch, and it was like a big jump, and everyone bounced in the car and smacked their heads off the roof.
So,
And I learned that I need to learn how to drive before I can actually drive,
what did you learn from it?
to maybe learn where the brake and gas pedal are, and that I'm never going to want to drive again after that.
Fair enough, fair enough. Um, it looks like some of our stream might be freezing. So if you guys are watching this and it freezes on you, we will post the links for the Teen Talk socials, so you can watch the uploaded, edited version. Um, the stream is kind of just like to get them used to it. So, Katrina, what is an insult you've received that you're proud of? You understand the question?
Yeah, I think a lot of them actually, because like people will call me like a bitch, or like just things like that, and I just think that like I stick up for myself, and if you want to call me a bitch because I know how to defend myself, then I guess I'm a bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
Makes sense. Caden, what is an insult you've received that you're proud of?
I don't think I'm proud of any of my insults. I take a lot of my insults like personally, and so when I get them, I'm not very proud of getting them, and I just like hold that with me and stuff. So no, I'm not really proud of any of my insults.
So if someone walks by you and calls you a bitch, you hang on to it.
Yeah, and I don't stand up for myself when they do it.
Now, is this something you've tried to change, or you just kind of stuck with it?
I think I've tried to, but it doesn't really help, so I just stick with it at this point.
Um, so I'm gonna elaborate on that one a little bit. So if there's other people out there listening with the same issues, what advice do you give them, help them cope with hanging on to these insults?
I just like just don't take it to heart, really. You can have it in the back of your mind, but like when it comes to like your appearance or your anything to do with yourself, you don't want to take in what people say about you, because then that will make it worse and you'll think bad things about yourself. You don't want that.
That makes sense. Katrina, you could give one piece of advice to young girls about puberty and maturing. What would it be?
That it's not embarrassing. It's really not. Having hair on your legs is not embarrassing. Growing hair in places is not embarrassing. Starting your period, not embarrassing. It's just not embarrassing. And I think when you grow up, you learn that it's not embarrassing and that it's normal, and every girl goes through that.
Same question. Do you have anything?
I feel that a lot of girls, when they are maturing, they tend to think it's not normal. And it really is. It happens to all the girls. So when you are maturing, don't think it's not normal. It's normal, and it's not that big of a deal when it comes to it being embarrassing or anything like that.
So, sticking on this question, do you feel like it was easier for you guys to adapt to it rather than somebody who's an only child?
My whole house when I was growing up was full of girls. My dad was the only guy. And both of my sisters are older. So I think when I was growing up and I started going through all of those things, my big sister, she was always there for me to let me know that it was not embarrassing and that it was normal.
I think that growing up with only girls is a big beneficial to it, and being an only child, you really only have like your mom to talk to about it, and sometimes moms aren't like the best person to talk to about, because some girls don't want to tell their mom when they first get their period. It's just like they think it's embarrassing, so they don't want to tell anyone when they get it, and if they don't tell anyone, then they don't know how to deal with it.
So, for a young girl who lives as an only child, speak to them and tell them how, like, I'm a guy, I'm horrible at these kind of questions. Pretend there's somebody on the other side of that camera who's asking you for help. They're an only child, they're going through this. How would you ease their mind?
Your mom has been through it. She's been through all of that. And a lot of people do think that it's embarrassing to talk to your mom about those things. I thought it was embarrassing to talk to my mom about those things, but it's not. She goes through it all too. So if you and your mom have a good relationship and you're comfortable with like talking about that kind of stuff, your mom is your best option.
For me, I was comfortable with talking to my mom like right away. And like I feel that even if you don't have a good relationship with your mom, or you're not comfortable talking to her about, I feel like you still should talk to her, because she will help you the most with it, because as Katrina said, she's been through it and she knows what it's like and what's gonna happen.
Okay, that's a good answer. So, the next question, we're going to start with Katrina. Who are your three most influential people in your life?
My mom, my aunt, and my mom's cousin. My mom's cousin Shauna.
Okay, do you want to elaborate on why?
My mom, she's my best friend. She's always there for me, and she's always there for me, and she always helps me with anything and everything that I need. My aunt, she has kids herself, but yet she never hesitates to drop anything she's doing to be here for me and to let me know that I am loved and I am cared for and all of that sort of stuff. And then my mom's cousin Shauna, when I was going through a hard time with my sexual assaults, she was always there for me, reminding me that it is okay and I am okay, and that I am not the loser for going through that, and that it will get better.
Okay. We're gonna come back to some of those topics. Do you know the question?
Yeah. My three are my mom, my aunt, and then my other aunt. That's my mom's best friend. And my mom is because she's always been there for me, and whenever I need her, she's like right by my side. And anytime that I have a problem or anything to do with in my life, she'll help me right away, no matter what she's doing. And she always has really good advice when I'm asking for advice about things. And then my aunt, I grew up with her like my entire life, and she didn't live very close to us for a while, so we didn't get to see her as much. But even though we didn't get to see her, we still talked to her, and any problem I had, she would help me, and she would be there for me if I really needed her, even though she had lived far away, but not really far. And my other aunt, that's my mom's best friend, I grew up with her my entire life, and most of my things that I know I've learned from her or my parents. And she's just helped me with a lot of like boy problems and girl problems and everything. So having her has really helped me with those problems, and she just is there for me. I'm done.
You good?
Yeah.
You got a little choked up there.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, we've got some viewers here. The stream is choppy, so if you guys are watching and it's choppy, I'm going to post the link to this edited video on their socials in the comments so you guys will be able to find it. Basically, if you're just joining, this is Kaden and Kadrina. They're sisters, and they want to start a podcast to kind of reach out to other young girls who might not have a support system in place. Kind of right thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question on the list: what is one thing you wake up and look forward to?
Me?
Yeah.
I guess just on a regular day basis, not really like anything exciting. But like if I know that I have something planned for that day, I look forward to that. But if it's just on like a regular basis, I don't really think I wake up and like think to myself, I'm super excited for this or anything like that.
Is there something in life that you want to be excited about?
Um, Nothing like specifically. I don't know. There's not really anything that like I wake up and I like wish for, like anything like that.
Same question.
For me, I like waking up and knowing that like I'm gonna be able to see my friends. One of the things that I like a lot to do, because it's just my friends are there for me all the time, and it's just I don't know what I'd do without them, sort of thing.
So your friends are a big part of your life or your support?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Any mouth noises, chewing with your mouth open, slurping,
Slurping, spitting.
chomping, yes. Chomping, really loud crunching, literally any noise that comes from your mouth, I hate it. Literally hate it.
Hold on. Studio's a little smaller, guys. Same question.
For me, I think it is chewing with your mouth open, and like when your drink is empty, you go and you trying to get the last bit of it. That noise really annoys me. And your nails on a chalkboard, that bugs me. And your fork rubbing against a metal plate and a metal fork is a really irritating noise, and I don't like it.
Okay. Um,
You're
What?
staring.
it's okay. What time of day do you feel at your best?
In the morning, like early morning from like 1 to like maybe 3 a.m. Like around that time maybe.
Why and why aren't you sleeping at that time?
Cause I have insomniac and I have problems sleeping. So I'm always up. But I just feel because no one else is normally awake around like those hours, so I just feel like that's when I can like relax and like put on a show and just like be myself for a little bit.
Same question.
For me, it tends to be like 9 to like 11 normally, because then PM, then I have like a lot of energy and I tend to actually get up and get ready and do stuff. And I just like, yeah, like I just get up and do stuff and I feel more energetic when I'm at that time.
But before I continue, got some viewers in here, so we're going to gonna ask you guys a question that's gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
What is one thing your sister does that pisses you off the most?
Chewing with her mouth open, taking my clothes. No, scratch that. When she's singing, but there's no music, no music. She's just singing, and then she gets the lyric wrong, but she says it with confidence. And then I'm like, that's the wrong lyric, Cade. And she's like, no, it's not. And then she sits there and argues with me until I pull it up. And then she'll pull something like, oh, you just screenshotted that and edited it. Or she'll just be like, whatever. And then she'll keep singing it, the wrong lyric. And she doesn't shut up about it.
She
Mine,
was pretty quick to snap back.
yeah, I know. She's a lot of things she doesn't like about me. Mine is when she is up at like all hours of the night and she comes storming into my room, is like, Caden, I need your help. And she wakes me up from my sleep and I'm like, you're kidding me, you couldn't wait until the morning. And hers is also when she steals my clothes and doesn't give it back, because she has millions of my clothes right now and I see her wearing them all the time and I'm like, that's my clothes, and she's like, it's mine now. And it's just like,
Looks better on me anyway.
yeah.
So typical teenage sister.
I thought you were going to say, like, when I take your clothes. No, when I tell you it's ugly on you so I can take
yes,
it.
because you tell me it's ugly on me, like that
Yeah.
sweater that our dad gave us. You're like, that's so ugly on you, Cade. Give it
Because
to
I wanted it.
me. And that bucket hat. He's like, that bucket hat is so ugly. And then so I give it to you, and then you wore it. And I'm like, why? Like, you said it was ugly. She's like, it looks better on me anyways.
I just wanted it.
No, I literally bought that bucket hat new, and I'd put it on. I'm like, Trin, what do you think? She's like, ew, that's ugly.
I was
Take
like,
it
ew,
off.
that looks so ugly. Take it off, Caden. And she's like, I like it. I was like, take it off now. And then when she wasn't in the room, I stole it from her. So
Yeah.
it looked stupid on me anyways. So
Well, the yin yang of that question. What is your favorite thing about your sister?
my favorite thing about Cade is that she doesn't hesitate to help me with something that I need when I go to her room and I'm crying over a boy. She stops what she's doing. She goes on mute with her boyfriend and she talks to me and she helps me until I'm ready to go back to my room and try to like figure out what I need to do, like what the next step is.
For me, it's that like Katrina comes to me with her problems, because before she didn't used to, and now that she does, it like it's like a good thing for me that she comes to me, and also that she like respects my privacy when I have my boyfriend over, unlike some people in the house. So it's just one of the things that I really like about her, and that she's always there for me whenever I need her with my problems as well.
Okay. So, next question. What is your dream job?
I wanted to be a marine biologist for a long time. Then I was aiming towards fashion designer, but I don't really want to be either anymore. I also wanted to be a hairdresser for a really long time.
I thought you wanted to be an interior designer.
No, fashion designer. But now I don't really find interest in any of them.
So you're saying you don't have a dream job? At the
No,
moment?
I'm only in grade 8, kid. Long ways to
it.
go.
Just want to chill and
Yeah.
enjoy life, not too concerned.
For me, I want to be a child and youth worker because my entire life I've really liked kids and I've always had a good connection with kids. And then the child and youth worker part is like the not the child part, but the youth worker part is because I've wanted to be a therapist recently, and I also said that I wanted to work with kids. So my mom suggested that I be a child and youth worker. She said that she thinks that'd be a really good job for me. And I said that, yeah, like I think I would want to do that because it's both the things that I've always wanted to do. And so, because before I wanted to be a child therapist, which is a little bit different than a child and youth worker, because a child and youth worker actually works in a school.
That was like a political answer. Like, I felt like I was listening at a podium.
Oh, my bad.
And you're 15?
Yeah.
All right. So who's to say when you turn 17 that doesn't change?
I don't think it's gonna change because my entire life, as I said, I wanted to work with kids. It might change with like being the therapist part or whatever, but I know that I'm always gonna want to work with kids, and no matter what has happened in my life, I haven't changed that. So I don't think I'm going to change that part of it.
Okay. Favorite childhood memory? Even though you're still so young, what is one of your favorite childhood memories?
Like in general, or
Just
of
in
like
general.
each other?
The poll.
In general.
No. My favorite memory for when I was younger, I think there's a lot, but my favorite one has to be one time I was walking, like, mine and Kaden's room used to be like beside each other in our old house, and I had to like walk by her room to get down the stairs. And one time her door was like wide open, and she's sitting on her floor. Oh, we just got fidget spinners like a week before. She's sitting on her floor, has her iPad set up on this little bookshelf, and she's using a fidget spinner on her foot. Then she's using it on her tongue, she's using it on her nose, her finger. Like, she's trying to do all these cool tricks with it, but it's okay because I ended up joining in anyways, and then we like made TikToks, so it's okay.
For me, I think mine is when, because in our bathroom we used to have the dryer and the washer right behind the shower and like behind the door and everything. So when we were younger, my older sister used to be in the shower, and I used to have this stuffed animal. I still do, but I have it, right? And I would put it on top on the shelf up there, and I would sit up there, and my sister would look up, and she's like, "What is Tiggy doing up there?" Because I was the name of stuffed animal. She's like, "What is Tiggy doing up there?" And I'm like, "Don't let him fall. I don't want him to get him wet." And so it had fallen, right? And I had freaked out at Kayla. I'm like, "Why would you let it fall?" And she's like, "It's okay, Kaden." And I was so mad at her. And yeah, that did not go well. And in the exact same spot, we used to throw toothpicks down at each other in the shower. And
Q-tips, literally anything.
anything, and they'd just be throwing down. They're like, "What is this? Why is this here?" And then they look up, and we would be there throwing it up.
All right. So those are like positive childhood memories. What's a childhood memory you want to erase?
Can I go first?
Sure.
So I had thrown my sister had thrown a juice box across the kitchen floor because I said that I wanted a juice box, but I didn't want that kind of juice. So she got really mad at me because she was making our lunch in the morning. So she threw it across the table onto the floor, and just the floor was carpet, and it was grape juice. And so my
Fruit
mom,
punch.
sorry, that. And my mom comes up like downstairs out of her room, and she's like, "What is this on the floor?" And my sister explained it to her, and I did, and she sent us outside in our tank tops and our shorts in the winter until we stopped arguing about it.
And they got sent out 5 minutes before the bus.
Yeah, and we still weren't ready, so we got sent out 5 minutes in our pajamas and tank tops, and we were freezing cold up there. And Katrina decided to sit at the window with hot chocolate staring at us.
I don't really think there's any that are like, there's a lot of like bad things that have happened to me in my childhood, but I don't think there's any like super like specific that I'd like want to erase. You know what I mean?
What motivates you?
Knowing that I do have time to succeed in life, and I do have ability to get where I want to be in life.
Oh, you're done. Okay. For me, it is my family, and knowing that I have people there for me, and knowing that they will help me succeed and be what I want to be when I'm older. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. How would you describe yourself?
Depends who you ask.
Finger. Describe
Describe myself to some random person. I would say I'm kind of awkward, like when you first get to know me, but then once we start getting closer, I start to become a lot more weird and a lot more like into like having a conversation with you, like a heart-to-heart talk or like anything you're needing, but like once we get closer.
For me, I'm a really socially awkward person. I have been my entire life, and that's even after I've known you for a while. I'm still very socially awkward, and I bet like my family members will definitely say that I am. And that I'm very caring person. Like, I don't have much hate, really. Really? You can't even say anything different. I've much love for a lot of people. I never really have hate towards people, and that's one thing my sisters hate about me, is that I never have hate for them, because they, not for them, but for people, because they have hate for everyone.
Next question.
That was like a moment there.
She was,
She called you what? You gonna take that?
what'd she say about me? Paying
She gave you
attention.
the finger.
I know she did.
Yeah. Okay, so people viewing, like I said, the stream's choppy. These are the Teen Talk girls, Katie and Katrina, 15 and 14. I'm gonna post their links all over social media, so you guys can find the actual not choppy video. So aside from asking you guys questions, like now that you're getting more comfortable, you're not like statues. I talk to people. So we're not gonna get too in depth because for your next episode we'll discuss some more pressing issues with topics. This video is just kind of like to get you guys introduced. So we'll just ask basic shit like, what's your favorite car?
I don't think I have a favorite car. Like, I'm not really into cars. Like, any car I have, I'll be fine with.
Most basic white women are like wanting a Land Rover.
Oh no, I want a Jeep.
So you do have a favorite car.
It's not a favorite car. I just want a Jeep when I'm older.
Oh, okay.
I want a truck.
Of course
Rams
you
are
do.
nice.
Oh,
I really
of
like-
course you do.
she's always loved trucks, like always, and she's exactly like our dad, and our dad's obsessed with trucks.
I also would like to get my motorcycle license one day. You know what I'm saying?
Someday.
So you're gonna be a bad bitch.
Um. So you guys are both in school, elementary school. We'll start with you. Do you think that you were more of the popular kid, or like the quote unquote scared kid, or like the quiet kid?
I was 100% more like in grade 7. Like everyone in the grade 7 class like wanted to be in our friend group because I had a friend group at the time. And they like everyone wanted to be in our friend group. It was like the popular grade 7 friend group. And then when I went to grade 8, everyone started like trying to be like bitchy and like cunty to me. And I was like, I'm not gonna stand for that. And I was still like one of the like I was the only like kid that people wanted to like be friends with, even if they like didn't like me. They were like, oh, like I wanted to be her friend. But it's 100% gonna be different in high school, and I know that.
I feel like you're like, Regina from like Mean Girls. I feel like you're that girl.
The same thing.
Like I feel like totally she's 100% her. Like she'll be nice to like someone right in front of them, and she'll be like, oh, I love your skirt, and then say to her friend, that's the ugliest fucking skirt I've ever seen in my
If it's
entire
ugly,
life.
I'm gonna tell you it's ugly, babe. I'm not gonna let you wear that out. Don't play.
You guys are like polar opposites.
Who was gonna
and-
tell me how to side part?
And that is what makes this interesting.
Can you repeat the question?
I don't remember the question. What was the question?
Oh, did you feel if you were popular or one of the
Popular
quote unquote
loser or whatever
guilds?
in school?
What
Like
is?
the jock, like which person were you?
Oh, I was definitely like not popular, but not a loser at the same time. Like I was in between.
In elementary school?
Yeah. Like my friend group was the most popular one in grade 8, 100%. Cause a lot of I had about like 6 or 7 of them in my friend group, and they're mixed with boys and girls. And there was 3 main girls, which are me and my 2 other friends now. Sorry, 4 actually. And then there was one 3 boys and that were like best friends, and so all of us had become friends in grade 8 and like were the main friend group, and the other ones were just not as main, and they wanted to be in our friend group, just like Kadrina's grade 7 friend group. That happened to me in grade 8 because my friend group in grade 7, it wasn't like
Then we
popular.
all stopped being friends in grade 8, so it's fine. They're all cunts anyways. So.
It wasn't popular, but like it was still one of the main friend groups, just not as much as my grade 8 one.
And what about high school? Or grade 9?
In high school, you tend to drift from your friends a lot, like a lot, and your elementary school friends you don't always stay friends with my 2 elementary school friends, because one of them moved away. At the beginning of the school year, I was really, really close with them, but then I started like making friends in like my classes and stuff like that, so I became really close with them. And then I got a boyfriend in high school, so I like came more close to him, and then so I hung out with my new friends and him more than I did my friends from elementary school. So I drifted a lot from them. Like I still talk to them, but not like I used to. And like, oh, my older sister had told me, she's like, you're not going to be able to keep your friends from elementary school. I thought I could, but I lost all my friends in elementary school when I went into high school. So it's just something that happens, really, because you like mature and all of that, and
You
guys,
realize they were fake as fuck.
and you just like grow apart. So
you being in grade 9, are you like a cool kid? Because like when I was in high school, nobody in grade 9 was a cool kid.
oh no, grade 9s aren't cool. There's like the grade 9s, there's cool people in them, but when you go up when you go up to like older grades, it's like grade 9s are not even there. The most cool ones are like grade 11s and 12s, really.
And you
And-
have to be if you're in grade 9 or in grade 10 and you want to be like one of the like cool, like popular, whatever, you have to hang out with the like cool, popular people.
Yeah, you have to hang out with them or else you won't become popular and cool. And sometimes being popular and cool isn't all the best thing in high school because it can turn into like not good things. But grade 9s are not popular at all. They think they are, but they're really not. And the older grade people say the exact same thing about all the grade 9s. And like when there's like a big group of grade 9s, because all the grade 9s from elementary school, some of them, they all still hang out together, which is really weird, but they all still hang out together. And they'll be walking in a big ass group of like 15 people in the hall. And some of the grade 10s would be like, why do they think they run the school and all this shit? And like they think that they're so cool. And it's just like, you're really not. You know?
So coming into this, speaking with people in your family, like I've only known you guys less than a year. Everyone warned me during this that you park your transport truck out front because you swear like a trucker. That is the first time I've heard you swear.
Matt says I swear like a trucker, and I don't know where he gets that from.
Oh, I'm bad.
She's worse than I
You are
am.
definitely worse, but everybody told me you were the one that swears.
Oh
When
no!
she gets mad, she's
When
like,
I get
"Oh, you
mad, I
fucking
swear a
stupid-ass
lot."
cunt,
And I was just
bitch," or-
mad last night, so I was just mad last night. So like when I saw Matt, and he was talking to me. I was swearing a lot because he was pissing
That's
me
your
off.
stepdad?
Yeah.
You guys have nice moments, though. I've seen it.
Yeah.
What am I gonna say here? Are you anxious going into grade 9?
A little bit. I know a lot's gonna change. I know a lot's gonna change, and I only have one friend from elementary school. So I'm really hoping that we stay close, and if we don't, I mean, I can't like really like do anything about that, but I would love to stay close with her and keep the bond that we have. But I know like not having classes together, getting in different friend groups, getting boyfriends, like all of that stuff will make you drift apart. And that's not something that I'm looking forward to, but I think the rest of it is going to be easy, like the schoolwork and all of that stuff.
I think that you and Rachel, that's her friend, aren't gonna like drift that much. Even though if you get like different classes and all that, that really is a big toll on like a friendship bond or whatever. But I think that you and Rachel have like a good bond that I don't think that's going to like break throughout high school, you know?
Um,
Can you not give me side eye?
Okay, next question.
I'm running out of questions here.
You have a whole other page.
Oh, okay. Glad you guys are prepared.
Was
There's
that
also more on the back of that page.
Oh.
But there's only like
I
one.
thought that was all the questions I was provided. My bad. Anyways, we're gonna do a quick intermission here, guys. I'm just gonna say, stream is choppy. You guys are watching. You want to watch it unchoppy? I'm gonna edit it and post it up on all social media for you guys to find. So what?
4 times
I'm
saying
saying
that?
I have to say it because if somebody joins it now, they're like, because
Stop.
I can see that the stream is choppy.
Oh yeah, right
Oh
here.
yeah, right there.
Wait for me to point.
Yeah, it's very choppy, but that's the true video up there. Normally, like for you guys, for future podcasts, we're not going to be in here. I've outsourced the studio we're going to use.
Where?
Off camera, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
I'll be a part
So
of
for now, we're in my gaming studio, which doesn't really accommodate 3 people. It's very small.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're making it work. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this. And we are rolling into 1 hour here. So I'm going to burn through these questions.
It's been an hour?
Time flies when you're having fun.
There's no way it's been an hour.
10, 12.
Oh, it has.
Okay,
Okay.
so I didn't know we had all these questions, so I was trying to drag you guys out a little bit by getting you talking. But anyways, okay. I'm not gonna read all these. I'm gonna save some of them.
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
just gonna kind of quickly
Just go.
skim it
Just go.
here.
Don't ask these two because our answers we don't have any. No.
Okay, just go.
Okay, but like, how do you even ask a question like best year of your life? You're 13 years.
Yeah. Well, we don't have an answer to that.
I've been alive 3 times.
What?
3 times as long as you know. Almost. Why are you whispering? You're talking into a microphone. It doesn't work like that. Okay. I'm across the studio and you're talking into the microphone whispering to me. But anyways, no, we're at 54 minutes here. We're going to hold off here. My buddy Mean Man Mino just commented asking a question. Do you think girls have it easy on social media?
No.
No.
But I think personally, not from personal experience, but from like what I see on like TikTok or Instagram, I feel like a lot of girls get like slut shamed for what they post. Like if they feel cute in like a bathing suit, guys like or girls are like, oh, she's such a whore, like why is she posting shit like that? But like in all fairness, a guy can go post a picture in like his bathing suit and not get slut shamed. But I think guys do get it bad too. But I think girls with a lot get it like not a lot worse, but get it worse with like different scenarios.
Yeah, because
Or like no, one sec. If you're
Really?
not pretty enough, if you don't have the best body, like all of that stuff, then you're not perfect. No one wants you. And then you get hate comments, you get shit on. You can go now.
Oh yeah, thanks. I just think that girls get hated on a lot more than guys, and I guess it's just because like what she was saying. Really, it's just
Keep going.
it's just like if girls post something and it's in like I don't know something that's revealing too much or something.
Oh.
Read it, because not people in your video aren't going to see it.
Let me put my question. What's his name? Mean
What?
Man?
Mino.
Oh, Mino.
Like if you're a streamer, so get more attention on views or viewers, not talking about body shape.
Like get more views
Meaning,
and all
like,
of that.
If you and I were streaming in the same room, okay, do you think you'll get more views than me because you're a girl, you're blonde, you have like, and I'm a guy? You could be the worst fucking player at any game.
Yeah.
So you feel like you have an advantage in life?
Yeah.
It depends on how you look, really.
Because if someone thinks you're ugly, they're not gonna watch you.
And that's bad, but like it's like true, you know?
So elaborating on that, what you guys just said, how would you encourage? Because not everybody's beautiful in their own way.
But not everyone fits the beauty standards.
Yeah, like beauty standards today are not what they were years ago.
That was my question. Jay nailed it.
Know him very well. But so how would you encourage people? Like if somebody who on like the teenage scale is a 1 wanting to stream, comparative to a 10 on this scale, how would you encourage them to like keep going with it? Through the hate and the
Keep
lack of
trying.
views?
Try your best. Don't let the hate comments get to you because they're just low lives who
Have nothing.
don't want you to succeed in life and don't cut me off, and don't want you to have something that they can't have. So they won't like you, they won't love you. They're just gonna hate on you. But I feel like if you know that you love yourself and that you think you're pretty and that you think you're good at the game or whatever it is, then I think all hands on deck, do what you want until you start seeing like motion or like success in what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with everything she said. There's nothing really to add on to that.
So basically, because you guys are gonna have a Discord where anyone and everyone, teen girls, can reach out to you, the advice you would give them if you got a message in your DM saying like, "Hey, I want to start streaming. I think I'm ugly. What should I do?"
The more you think something in your head, the more you start to believe it. Like if I sat here and I was like before we started this, if I like sat down and was like, this is so embarrassing, this is so stupid, like I look so ugly, then I'm just gonna be stupid on the camera. I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
You have to have
No.
confidence in yourself, really, when you're doing something. Like, if
Even
you don't
if-
have confidence, then
Even
it's
if
not
you
gonna-
know you're not the best looking or whatever it is, as long as you have that confidence, then you're able to build up that strength. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. That was a good question. So, in closing here, confidence is key. That's right. In closing here, you guys are gonna have a lot more episodes going in depth with different topics and everything like that. This
Yeah.
was just kind of like an introduction thing. What's some closing advice you give any girls within your age range?
What do you mean?
Just general advice.
Don't-
Life advice.
Can I say something now? Yeah. Don't think too much about what you're doing, and don't think too much about what other people think.
Don't let a stupid boy ruin you.
Oh, yeah, don't. Boys are stupid. Well, they are.
Love
like,
them. But if you're gonna be stupid and you're not,
On Twitch. On Twitch. There's comments on Twitch.
think you both are doing great. No hate, just appreciate it. That's Aunt Lissa.
Oh.
Wife. Can we call her
Luke, call
wife?
her wife.
That's right. No, that's good advice, I would say. We're gonna leave this here for now. I think the viewers who are gonna be watching this kind of get an idea that you guys are like yin and fucking yang, opposite of spectrum, like, which is cool. And it's neat to see that you get along and fight at the same time. Like I said before, guys, if you have any questions for them, I'm gonna post all of their links on my socials. We're gonna try and help build these girls up. Hopefully, this can reach the right people and help the right people, and go from there. Guys, it's been great having you in the studio.
Thank you.
It's been great being here.
Welcome, and we'll see everybody on the next one.
Bye, guys.